Shalom, shalom. What's the word, y'all? I'm back in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here. I am here. Let me turn this on. That's all good. Should be good. But yes, man. What's going on with y'all, man? Yes, sir. I am back in the building, and yes, I am back down. Yeah, man. Man, it's good to be back, man. It's good to be back doing, some what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while, man. I feel like I feel like sometimes, I feel like I be neglecting this. I feel like sometimes, like I be missing this. Like like sometimes I put things up ahead of this, and which I know I shouldn't be doing that sometimes. But like I said, man, I be busy, man. I be doing a lot, bro. But I've been trying to make a lot more time, to be doing this. Like I told y'all last time, man. I just had a new baby and everything. I'm trying to find another apartment to stay and everything too. So yeah, man. But everything been good, you know what I'm saying? New phone, got the little, what they call this thing. Got my phone on right now, tripod and everything. Got the little light and everything right here too. So if y'all see the light, I don't know if y'all can see it yet. So camera, everything is good. I'm back, you know what I'm saying? Once again for the new one. And long awaited, man. Long awaited. Times in life, man, we go through things, that tend to distract us from what God placed us on and the path that God has placed us on to do the will of His work. But it's always something that's gonna call you back. It's always something that's gonna bring me back to to where I should be and where I'm supposed to be. So I thank God for never, never ever 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 ever, let me forget where He want me to be. And when He continue the way He always gonna keep me at. So yes. Long awaited, man. This is the one I've been telling y'all about. Finally, I'm here to do the video. Today, my message, before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. Okay, less about a comment. You know how I say it. But yeah, man, this video, man, this one I've been supposed to be doing for a while, man. This is the only video I think I've ever done that, for some reason, could never get done. Like I told you on my last video, I had camera issues, I had audio issues, I had a lot of issues going on, but now I'm here to do it. This one is about endurance. In life, us as a people, we must and will go through things, and I don't want to try to make this long, as always, but hey, the Holy Spirit move, we're gonna see how it goes. But in life, we go through things, that's gonna test us, that's gonna try us, that's gonna test our faith at every angle to see if we really with this walk, mostly for us chosen ones. And there are some things that God Himself is gonna put you through, and no matter how irritating, annoying, painful, distracting, or downright intolerable the situation might be, God will put you in that to build your endurance. Because there's us about the human family, we don't like to endure nothing. Us as a people, we don't like to go through nothing. We don't like to deal with anything. If we deal with something one day, we want a solution to it. We want a solution to the problem. We want a solution right away to it. But God don't work like that. God don't work in a way where it's like, okay, well, it's a speedy solution. God works in ways where it's okay, well, I work on my own time. I don't work on your time. So God will literally put you and let you sit in a situation to make you endure something. And I'm going to go more deep into that. But my verses for the day, I want to read from Matthew 24, 12 and 13, which said, And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. Basically saying, man, hold on, you know? Don't give up. Just because you see the fire and just because you see the rain and the pain and the agony and the things you might be dealing with, man, stay in the fight, man. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel, because on this walk, like I said, it's going to always be some things that's going to be thrown your way. It's always going to be some situation that's going to be placed upon your path and placed in your circumference, in your area, to try to stop you, try to distract you, or try to take you off of what God wants you and what he placed you on. But you got to endure those things, you know? And there are some things, man, you know, brother, that I went through that I really had to really, you know, go back and think. I think I said this in my last video too, and I had to really, you know, think about that. But it's something I know that the Lord had me endure. I had to endure that. I had to endure, you know, being without. You know, I had to endure being lonely. I had to endure having no one to talk to. I had to endure, you know, some of the nights I had nothing to eat. I had to endure some of the times where I couldn't see my kids. I had to endure that. And still praise God. I had to endure that being homeless. I had to endure that having no money. I had to endure basically being down bad and having nothing and no one to turn to but God. So yes, endure. Stay in the fight. Keep fighting. Don't give up. Because if you do, in the end you shall be saved. In the end you shall have everlasting life. That's what it says, you know. And he that endures to the end shall be saved, you know. So if you can put up with all that, if you can go through the fire, if you can go through the pain, the rain, the storms, the ups and downs, the smiles, the frowns, you can go through all that, you'll come out clean. If you can go through all these sleepless nights, you'll come out clean. If you can go through the spiritual warfare, you can come out clean. If you can go through the distractions and all the things that come try to take you out of the focus where God has placed you on, you'll come out clean. So, yes, stay in it. Don't give up. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel just because things get hard. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel just because things not going your way, you know. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel just because, you know, you see one thing that might not go against that goes against your way of thinking, or didn't go the way you think it might have went. And I said again, God don't work in your time. He don't think the way you think. He don't act the way you act. You know, he don't. His ways are not your ways. You know, so you can't look at things carnal so much when you're dealing with God. You gotta look at things supernatural when you're dealing with God. So, and if you're on this walk as a chosen one, you should know already. It's not. You can't look at carnal things. You know, because we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. So. Yes, you gotta look at things more spiritual. Look at things, you know, at the point where okay, like, what am I learning from this? You know, if I'm going through this, like, what can I learn from this? What is God trying to teach me? You know what I'm saying? What can I do next? You know, how can I overcome this? How can I get peace in this situation? Instead of being so quick to quit, instead of being so quick to, like, you know, say, well, this is too tough. All right, well, now I'm seeing why. Because I'm telling you, listen, when it comes down to me personally, and I think I said it in one of my other videos also. Now I see why so many people don't walk with God. Now I see why so many people don't choose the path. Because I've been through, you know, it's probably like, you know, me going on fully walking with Christ, probably like fully committed. Yeah, almost going on a year and a half now, you know. I have my little things, you know, but like fully, you know, committed, no alcohol, no drugs, no nothing like that, like going crazy like I used to, no cigarettes, no anything. No, it's been like almost a year and a half. So yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, bro. It's tough because you gotta be cool with being disliked. You gotta be cool with, you know, people not want to talk to you. You gotta be cool with people, you know what I'm saying, thinking you crazy and calling you all these type of names and, you know, backbiting you, you know, doing everything they can to tarnish your name as a whole. You know, you gotta be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? There are some things, you know, you're gonna have to deal with, and you're gonna have to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, not everybody is supposed to be your friend. Not everybody that's placed in your path is supposed to take the same walk as you. You know what I'm saying? It's this narrow path. It says, I think in the book of Matthew, also it says, you know, many are called, few are chosen. So few find a path, and, you know, not many want to walk it. You know, so because, you know, that's why God knew you were gonna love Satan more than you were gonna love him. That's why he gave you a choice. You know, he knew that already. He knew you're gonna choose your fleshly desires over your spiritual desires. You know, so that's why he gave you a choice. It's easy to do wrong. It's easy to do things that make yourself feel good than what make God feel good. That's what everybody does. You know, they don't look to what could please the Father. You know, what could, like, if we out there living in the world, okay, and we doing everything to make us happy, you know, what are you doing at the end of the day? What are you doing that please God? If you live out your life, you go through your whole day of living, you know, your daily walk with life and everything. I ask everybody to ask yourself this at the end of the day: what did I do today that pleased God? I went to work. I hung out with my girlfriend or boyfriend. I hung with my wife or husband. I did all these things. I went out to eat. I went to the movies. I did to the gym. I did all these things that pleased the world or that was of the world. But what did I do today that pleased God? Did you give to the homeless? Did you uplift somebody? Did you edify somebody? Did you tell somebody about God? Did you try to bring somebody closer to Christ? Did you tell them how good God was to you? Did you tell them about your blessing? Did you fellowship with anybody? You know? Did you do the things that God asked you to do? If not, then you should really question yourself and ask you, like, okay, I need to do some reassessment because I don't think I'm really living for God like I thought I was. I don't think I'm really living for God at all. You know, so definitely. But I want to go into my next verse, which is in 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, 8 through 10. It says, "We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of the Lord Jesus Christ, that the life also of Jesus may be made manifest in our body." So he's with you every step of the way. God is with you. The Lord is with you no matter what you go through, no matter where you at. Times of trouble, no matter what. So whatever you're going through, don't always feel like you alone, you know. Because even when you're weak, you're strong. The Bible says that also. So even when you feel like you are out of it, you feel like you have no more strength left, you feel like you can't continue on, God is with you, you know. But so many people, we look towards carnal things and everything that seemed tough to us, or that seemed like, you know, we can't get through it, or it seemed like it's you know, it's too hard or too difficult. We want to give up. We don't want to stand in that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you about the story I went through. This is one of my stories. You know, when I had to endure something, and this was because of my disobedience. You know, it's because me dealing with someone, you know, that basically that God told me not to deal with. You know, and I didn't listen. You know, because I was high, man, drinking, smoking. I was popping pills. I was doing a lot of stuff, bro, that I know I shouldn't have been doing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I was a fool back then. You know what I'm saying? But I know now more than ever I would never do those things again. But God broke me down and took everything away from me. You know, took it all away from me because He wanted to show me, like, okay, well, I have something better for you, but you gotta want to do this for yourself. You know. And if I tell you something, listen to me because it's for your greater good. I can see what you can't see. And I say this in a lot of my videos also. I can do what you cannot do. Lean not into your own understanding. Don't think you can do it all on your own, because so many people feel like that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to turn your life over to God and let Him, you know, let Him guide you. And let Him, you know, take you in a direction where you need to go. With so many people, you know, we wake up, live our life, you know. No one ever wakes up and be like, okay, God, thank you for waking me up. I'm not saying say a whole prayer, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying doing all this whole type of stuff, but thank God. It's just when you wake up in the morning, just thank God for waking you up, you know? Because that means He's still giving you a chance. Even the fools, He's still giving y'all a chance to come back to Him. He's still giving y'all a chance to get your life right. He's still giving y'all a chance to do what you need to be doing. I know I'm probably going off my topic with it. I always do that, even though my topic is endurance. I'm still, you know, because all this coincides with it. All this coincides with endurance, you know. But back to my story. God broke me down and let me sat in that for months. I think this was in 2020 when the whole pandemic hit and all that type of stuff, when coronavirus hit and I lost my job and everything, man. Like, from June, I think it was, from June to December, I had to sit with nothing. Had no money. I had nothing, no one I could call on. And the people I could call on, it wasn't really nothing that could help me get to a point where I could prosper, where I could do anything, you know, because I knew what I had to do. I knew I was going through that because I had to sit in that. I had to learn something. God wanted to get me to a point where I couldn't call on anyone, where I couldn't seek anyone, where no one can help me but Him. And that's when He showed His miraculous ways. I had no money in my account at all. I was barely having anything to eat. Only thing I had was my car. What I'm saying, at that time, my truck at that time. So that's why I was sleeping at. Sometimes, I didn't really have anywhere to go. What I'm saying, I had to leave home. Because I had to find my way. I had to get out there. I had to get out there. Because I was tired of the same old thing. I had to go make another. I had to go make a way for myself. Stay dependent on people. Was never always nothing I had to do. Because before that, 5 years prior to that happening to me, I was been by myself. Stand alone. I had my own place. So I was okay. It was good, and God got me. But to the point where I felt like things was falling apart. But it's like I couldn't control it. What I'm saying? Like I said, some things that you can't control. Sometimes what I'm saying. Some things just gotta happen. So this is how it is. But it's all it's all a story to tell. It's all for you to help somebody else, to help build somebody else up. So like me telling the story right now, about me having to sit in a in a place in a season of loss, constantly losing, but I was still living up the world. So hey, I know why I lost all that stuff, because I gained it in the world, so I had to lose it in the world. So but I got tired, man. I had to come to God, let Him know, like, man, I'm tired. I'm tired of being a fool. What I'm saying? I'm tired of doing these things. I know it's not meaning me no good. I'm just tired. Took me a little bit. Took me a while, a little bit, because I was still doing it. I was learning, but God had to give me by myself for me to get certain knowledge, for me to get certain teachings that He needed me to get out to the world, basically. That's why the knowledge I'm preaching all day, I know it now because I had to go through some things. I had to go through a lot of false doctrines, a lot of false teachings, a lot of false church, a lot of false people that came in disguise. A lot of people that came to distract me, a lot of people that came to take me off my focus, off my path, off my journey. But it was all lessons, it was all tests, to see if I can make it, to the next step. And I'm thankful, because I'm here today, and I'm letting y'all know, like, okay, well, if you could stay in the fight, if you could just sit in it, whatever God placed you at, because it's only for a season, it's not gonna last forever. It's only for a certain amount of time. So when God puts you there, He only putting you there to help you and to bring something out of you that you didn't know that was in you. So it's only for a certain amount of time. It's not forever. It's not for the rest. It's not for, some people be like, oh my God, I feel like I'm never gonna get out of this. No, it's only for a certain amount of time. It's only for a little bit. You won't be in there for long. You won't be in there at all for long. So yeah, stay in it, man. Stay in the fight. I'm living proof, man. When it get rough, stay in the fight. When the road get tough, stay in the fight. When people talk about you, endure. When people belittle you, endure. When people persecute you, mistreat you, take you for granted, look at you like you're nothing, call you crazy, call you insane, call you a Jesus freak, when they say you're wrong, when they do and say everything they can about you, trust me, you will always come out clean because you're walking in truth. But you got to endure. You got to stay in that. Are you willing to go through that, though? That's my question to some people. To walk with Christ, you got to endure some things. You got to endure a lot of hardship. You got to do a lot of suffering, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, it's a part of it, It comes with this walk. But are you willing to do that? People that's really want to walk with Christ and really trying to walk this walk, are y'all willing to do that, though? Are y'all willing to endure? Are y'all willing to be backbited? Are y'all willing to lose friends, family? Are y'all willing to stand up for God, to go against people that that you once broke bread with, party with, did all these things with, and now you want to walk with Christ? Are you willing to give them all up for Him? Are you willing to give up the world? Are you willing to give up everything that make you feel good to walk with Christ? Ask yourself that. If Because a lot of people might say, this is one thing I learned also. A lot of people say they love God, but in reality, they don't really love God. They say it with their mouth, but then they still trying to serve two masters. They still trying to hang on to God and then cling on to the world, but it don't work like that. I'm sorry, I say this a lot in my videos also. It don't really work like that. I mean, I wish it did. You know what I'm saying? But come on, it'd be a lot more easy. It'd be a lot more complex, a lot more less complex. But hey, it don't work like that. You're gonna be in and out. It's hot or cold. And if you want to be lukewarm, and it says in Revelation what's gonna happen to those types. So no need to think about that. And I have a video on Laodicea and Christians, so y'all might want to check that out. Yes, sir. But yeah, endure. Stay in the fight when things don't go your way. Stay in the fight when things get tough. You lose your job, stay in it, endure. You lose your home, endure. You lose everything that you think was for you. God might have had something different. He might have saw something different. You got to endure that. Stay in that. Because God has something better for you. Endure. Because what you think is good for you might not be good for you. That's why everything I do and everything I say and every move I make, I put in the Lord's hands. I don't walk into my own understanding more because I make a lot of goofy ass stupid mistakes. It's part of my language, but I make a lot of stupid mistakes. So I try to keep it mostly in God's hands, and I don't react off emotions. I don't react off of impulses. I don't react off of the way I feel or what somebody tell me. If I don't hear or see a sign from God telling me to go that way, I don't do it. And if I gotta be in a place where I feel like I'm stuck, stagnant, and I'm not going anywhere, I guess I gotta be that way, because He didn't tell me to move, He didn't tell me to go nowhere. So I gotta stay where I'm at until He tells me to move. There are a lot of things, I prayed about that I seek guidance for, and I never got an answer for it, because I was just telling me I wasn't supposed to go that way. I wasn't supposed to be that in that area or whatever it was, So yeah, this is my closing message to y'all. Stay with God. If you're building this walk, stay in the walk. Stay in the fight. Don't give up. No one is perfect. We know what I'm saying. We know we all fall short at some point. The object is to get back up, ask for forgiveness, keep it going. Don't go back to your old ways, because that's only gonna send you one place. And yes, we already know what that is. But yeah, stay in the fight, man. Continue to stay with God. Continue to do what He asked you to do, and continue to walk the way He tells you to walk. So endure it. Stay in the fight. And you shall be saved. And you shall make it to where the Lord wants you to. So yes, sir. That was my message to y'all today. Endure. Don't give up. Stay in the fight. So yes, sir. That was the video. Finally got out, man. I finally got a chance to put it out. So give me a couple more days, man. I think I want to say by Saturday, if not Sunday, I want to try to do the one about seasons, about how different seasons in our life, when we go through these different type of things, we wonder why we're going through this. I still want to do one about suffering. And it just came to my mind the other day. I'm probably want to do one about knowing your purpose, because some people, they look for their purpose and they're not really sure. One thing I could tell you how to find your purpose is to pray. Ask God to show you what your true purpose is in His life, because people always think like, okay, your career is not your purpose. That's something totally different. I want to make that sure. Make that clear to everyone. Your career is not your purpose. So X that out. Whatever your true purpose is in life, for real, is to please God. Whatever that is, no matter what it might be, it's always something that God put in you that you can use. And how you find your true purpose is to pray to God. That's one way. I got quite a few ways, but I'm not gonna give them all. But one way is to pray. He will show you what you're really put here to be doing, what you're really put in this earth to do. And basically, it's always to help somebody else and to please God. So definitely serving. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing one about purposes, and next time, I might just come on here just dropping jewels about certain things, man, because I've been trying to upload a lot lately. Like I said, I've been trying not to get distracted because I know I got a lot of other stuff going on. I've been trying to, do the best that I can to keep everything going. But yes, but I will come back on there. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do next. I don't know if it's gonna be Suffering, the seasons, or just some random stuff. So I'm not gonna really keep keep a timeline and everything. I'm just gonna it's randomly sometime. You know how I be feeling it. Sometimes I just come over here and just get to talking. So yes. So it was good demoing with y'all, man. Give me a couple days. I'll be back with y'all soon. It's all love. Shalom.